Welcome to Pour Painting with Ron. I hope you've been really well since the last time we saw each other. Anyway, today I'm going to continue the ring pour theme that I started with the last video, and this time I'm going to do a multi-ring pour using bright metallic colours. So we'll see how that works today. Well, the canvas I'm using today is this 50 by 60 centimetre thin edge canvas, and just like usual I've taped off the back and I've put in some giant push pins to keep it off the surface of my table. Now the paints I'm going to use today are a brand I don't use that often, but they do make some interesting coloured metallics. I find that they're sometimes not the best quality, especially if you stretch them out a long way, but I'm hoping that my mix today will keep them looking nice in this ring pour. But anyway, the brand that I'm using is a brand made especially for riot art here in Australia. It's called Eraldo paints, and they do make some interesting metallics. So I'm using 7 colours today. This one is their metallic rich gold, and then I'm using metallic lavender and some metallic brilliant blue, metallic jade, some of their copper. This one almost looks black, but it's not. Metallic emperor, nice purple colour, and then metallic fuchsia. So I just wanted a really bright ring pour today. Now usually when I've used them before, I've mixed them 1-to-1 with Floetrol, but I found that it sort of dulled the colour too much and made it a bit thin. So this time I'm using 1 part paint to half a part of Floetrol and just a dash of water. Now when you do ring pours, to stop the colours blending too much, you do want a thicker mix, and this time I've kept it like a little thicker than I usually use with this brand, just to see what happens. So I used 80 grams of paint and 40 grams of Floetrol and just a dash of water, giving me about 840 grams for this size canvas, which should be plenty. And as I said, I'm using Floetrol as my pouring medium. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I've got 6 cups here. I'm going to do 6 rings today on this canvas. You can have any number of rings that you like, really. You can just have one if you want just one. But on a bigger canvas, I do like to use several rings. Now, I'll just show you the consistency of the paint. As you can see, it's really quite thick. I get like a large amount of paint if I dribble it off the spoon, and if I do a little twirly shape, the bump stays there for about 4-5 seconds or so. So it's really quite thick, and as I said, I've used more paint than Floetrol this time, and just a dash of water to see if I can keep the colour looking good when I stretch it out. All right, now let's get pouring. What colour will I do first? Perhaps what colour do I want in the middle? I haven't really thought much about it. I might start off with this nice colour. I'll just dribble it down the side. You don't have to have each cup exactly the same. As you can see, it is really thick. Well, I don't think I'll get a second layer in some of these, but we'll see how we go. Then I might get some sort of order happening here. Maybe some of this purple, a little lavender. Won't be quite as generous with the colour. See if I can get 2 layers happening. I'll just get these cups out of the road. Move some of these. They're all the same. As I said, you can do them differently if you want to. I'll bring in the canvas. Hopefully you can see that. Alright, now the idea of the ring pour is to get your cup nice and close. The faster you spin your cup, the skinnier your rings are going to be. I'll just make it up as I go. I don't want to go too fast. And whatever comes out last out of your cup will be the center of the ring, so be careful to catch any drips that may come out. So I'll just do 6 sort of in the middle, and then we can stretch everything out. So as I said, I'll pour from the same side I started on. So it just rings like so. I'm not going too fast. I'm not exactly in the middle of the canvas, but my eyes are a bit skew-whiffed today, I think. But anyway, never mind. It should have all been down this way a little bit. But we'll see if we can fix it with the stretching. Just pop air bubbles. There's heaps because my mix was so thick. Ideally, you would leave it for a couple of hours and then come back and do your painting. Okay, now let's see how this is going to work. You don't have to be in a hurry. It is all going to go wonky, I know. I'm prepared for that. But I'll just see if I can stretch everything out a little bit before I go to the corners. Okay, now, because I'm so close to this side, I may go over the side here and down to that corner. Hopefully I'm over the corner. Can't see what I'm doing. I'll bring it back to the middle. down to this corner. Try to see where all my paint's going. Okay. I'm sorry you won't see this next bit, but I'm just bringing the paint back to the middle. Like so. And then, it's all very slippery. See if I can get a better grip. That's better. Okay, bring it into the middle again. And then I'll come down to this corner. Get down to the corner. Oh, just wearing the paint. Corners are so hard to get. I think we got there. Okay, now I'll just see if I can bring everything back. Okay, I think we're good. I am wearing a lot of the painting. Now I'll just get my palette knife. And I'll pick up just a bit of paint. Just do this corner that I touched. This other corner over here that's not covered. Just check the other corners. Okay, yeah, the metallics, they go very subdued sorts of colours. This brand. The non-metallics are quite good, but yeah, these ones, the colours sort of get sort of dull looking. Okay, yeah, I think that's quite interesting. The metallics always pop a bit more once the painting is dried and then you've varnished it. Like the sparkles come out. And I'm just going through the undersides, scrape off the excess, because that tends to pull paint off your canvas, which we don't want. So you may need to scrape your edges a couple of times just to get the torch. Heaps of air bubbles. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got some lovely designs happening in this painting. Very subtle. Don't know if you can see it from over there, but I'll bring you in for a closer look. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you can see the painting. So I'll bring you down. You can see we've got some lovely coloured lines here in this painting. So what did you think of that one? I think it turned out interesting. As I thought I would get at the beginning, the Eraldo metallic colours tend to give a bit of a subdued look, but it will be a bit more sparkly when it dries. If you want a super bright metallic look, don't use the Eraldo paints, use another brand. But if you don't mind this subtle sort of look, go for it. They're not super expensive, especially when they're on sale, and they do have some interesting metallic colours in their range. So is that a technique you'd like to give a go yourself? Just keep in mind, keep your mix thin, thick, otherwise the colours will blend too much and you'll just end up with mud. So if you want the rings to be distinct, keep your mix on the thicker side and keep the consistency the same across all of your colours. Anyway, we've come to the end of another video. As usual, if you enjoyed what you saw today, please take a moment to press the like button, and if you'd like to see more of my content, please take a moment to subscribe. Well, I hope you have a really good week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. In the meantime, happy painting.